It's an adventure every day, and sometimes the adventure is not good. You have things breaking, you have to worry about water running out. To me, all of those challenges are worth it because I get to experience a lot more that life has to offer than if I were living in an apartment.
This is Patrick on New Jersey's Outdoor Adventures YouTube channel. Today, we meet up with Danielle. She has a DIY schoolie conversion that she built out all by herself, and she lives in it full time. She's gonna give us a full tour inside and out. And this thing is pretty cool, so join us.
Hey Patrick, thanks for having me on. I'm gonna show you a little bit about my school bus today. Why do I live in a school bus, you wanna know? I love nature, I love adventure, and I decided that after graduating college, I didn't want to get caught up in the cycle of paying rent. So I decided to move into a school bus. I'm gonna take you around and show you everything. So, starting right here, this is gonna be my vent fan for my composting toilet. I also have the outlet for my 20-gallon water tank. That's where my sink water goes, and yep. This is the bus's original battery right here. I have painted the bus. Clearly, it was yellow before. I didn't do a great job, but I tried my best. So we have my windows here. I decided to keep all the original windows, and for the places where I didn't want any light to come in, I put a little vinyl there. It's not the best, but we can always improve on it later. Right here is going to be my water inlet. So this goes into my 55-gallon water tank on the inside. In the back, we have the garage, and you're in for a surprise. Oop. It's a little messy, but it's a garage. Usually they are. So this is where I keep my extra tools, my water hose. I have my just extra off-season clothing there, and then we have some insulation underneath the floor. So I have an inch of insulation followed by plywood followed by vinyl plank flooring. On this side we have my shore power inlet. It's a 30-amp shore power inlet. The top might have blown off while I was driving, but we're gonna get a new one very soon. My bus is a diesel bus. It runs great. The engine is awesome. Hasn't given me any problems so far. On top of the bus, we have 600 watts of solar. And that's on the front half of the bus. On the back half, I left a little storage. I left a little space just in case I want to add a rooftop deck or anything like that. And this is my driver's area. For the front, it's kept it pretty simple, kept it pretty original. I did cover the lights, but one of the light covers blew off. And follow me inside. So up here, I kept the bus pretty original, the driver's area, just because I wanted a little piece of the bus with me. I have my backup camera right there. Up top, I have a little storage, so I built shelf space up here, and over here. It's just for whatever extra storage I can find right now. Over here, I needed a little privacy, so I have some curtains that I use at nighttime. So one thing about this bus, what's really great is instead of the big school bus arm, it is entirely battery powered, so I can open the door like that. This is a Chevrolet Express Duramax diesel engine. I got the bus on Facebook Marketplace. I found a guy who is a mechanic, and he resells the buses. It was a really sweet guy. He's actually Amish. Ran away from his community. I don't know if that's too much information. But yeah, I got the bus, and it drives great. It actually took me to Canada. I drove 2,000 miles to Tennessee and back, so I haven't had any mechanical issues so far. Up top, I decided to keep the bus's original AC unit just because why not? It's already here. And it works well, but in the summertime, it does get a little bit hot. My bus is definitely better equipped for winter than it is for summer. Down here, so this is gonna be my fridge. It is a chest fridge. It can work as a fridge and a freezer. Right now, I'm only using it as a fridge because I don't have any frozen goods. On top, we have this countertop space, which I thought I would need extra countertop space, but to be honest, I don't really use it as much. I mostly use it for storage. So in here we have just like junk drawer and kitchen storage and extra. Down here I have some vinyl plank flooring. I love this flooring. It's click lock. I think the color is beautiful. It really brings a nice element to my home. My ceiling is gonna be just wood paneling. I love the color. I think they work really well together. So this is my lounge area. I decided I really wanted to have a lounge couch area because this bus was built not only for me, but with the intention of having friends and family over. So this couch actually pulls out into a separate bed if you wanna. Let's start over here. So it pulls out into 3 separate pieces. I think that's as far as it goes, yeah. Yep. And you just pull it like this. Flip the cushions down. And we have a beautiful second bed. And this is gonna be a memory foam mattress, so it's comfy. Honestly, sometimes I sleep on here instead of my actual bed. And these cushions, I believe it or not, I sewed them by myself. It was my first time sewing cushions, and I think they came out great. Underneath the couch, we have, this is my Lagoon Mount tabletop, which honestly I don't use as much as I thought I would, but it's great to have it just in case I need it. This is my diesel heater. This is what keeps me warm in the winter time. I actually spent a winter in Canada, and this kept me toasty the whole time. It's a workout for sure. So up above the lounge, we have above head cabinet space. Over here, I just keep my general everyday electronics. This cabinet is for my art supplies, so my spray paint, my colored pencils, and my books and journals. And then the last cabinet is for my beauty supplies, so hair care, makeup, all of that. Underneath the bed, we have just general storage. This is for my diesel heater. Right now it's starting to get cold. I have a charger, jump starter for my bus's battery, and then my sewing machine, just in case I have any cushions that I need to sew. Above the bed, this is gonna be where I can access the electronics, the electricity. So I have a 200 amp hour battery in my bus. I have, I think it's like 60 amps charge controller. And on the roof is 600 watts of solar, so it all works together. And then I have an inverter charger as well. So with that, it gives me enough power, but I do think I'm gonna upgrade and get another battery one day. On the other side, this is where I keep some of the reflectics for my window at nighttime. And then I also have a laundry hamper over there. So behind me, I have a little slatting on the wall. Wanted to add a little oomph to the bus, and I think I did a great job. And this is also a painting that my best friend made, so I had to incorporate that. The bed, it's a full-size bed. I'm a sleepy girl, so I needed enough space to stretch out and sleep. And yeah, over here we have a closet. Got to keep the disco ball on me at all times. This closet handles all of my everyday clothing. I have enough space to hang items, and I also keep a yoga mat down here as well. Welcome to my kitchen. So I have a 2-burner induction cooktop. and a sink over here. This is the vent for my water heater, which unfortunately broke, so I have to get a new one this winter. On top, we have just general food pantry storage, so flour, sugar, the regular stuff. In the drawers, I keep my utensils. I also have Tupperware, and then I have pots and pans down here. And then underneath, this is just like the typical underneath the kitchen sink type of stuff. So soap, laundry detergent, etc. And we can't forget about my skylight. I wanted to incorporate as much natural light in my bus as possible, so I had to have a skylight. It opens up, and this is how I can get access to my roof. And now, welcome to my bathroom. So, my bathroom, I have a toilet. This opens up into a composting toilet in the back, and then there's a urine diverter for the pee in the front. We also have a shower here, and this drains to my gray water tank underneath my bus. I have beautiful vinyl flooring on the walls. I didn't know what other material to put, so it looks great. And then I also have a little storage here. This is where I keep my peat moss and my toilet paper, all of that.
Well, Danielle, this is really cool. I appreciate the opportunity to showcase the DIY build on the channel. I think you did a fabulous job. I really thought that these cushions you bought at the store, that's how nicely they're sewn up here.
Thank you.
So what's it like living in a bus?
Honestly, it's fun. It's an adventure every day, and sometimes the adventure is not good. You have things breaking, you have to worry about water running out, but to me, all of those challenges are worth it because I get to experience a lot more that life has to offer than if I were living in an apartment, I think.
What did your friends and family say when you told them that you were going to travel and live in a bus?
Well, my friends love it because it's big enough for them to come along. They don't have to worry about anything. They just are here for the ride. My family, of course, they were nervous for my safety, but they are adventurers at heart as well. So they kind of know what it's like to have that calling to just see as much as you can. So although they're concerned for my safety, they're all on board. Yeah.
And you did a build series on this on YouTube?
I did film all of this on YouTube. I have my time lapse on YouTube. My YouTube channel is Danny Lion. Patrick, you'll put it in the bio, I'm sure.
Absolutely. And you're also big on TikTok. People love watching you build this bus over the last, 3 years?
3 years.
3 years, and you did it all yourself. I think you mentioned off camera that you found someone that was able to at least help you with the electrical. That was something that you weren't willing to take on yourself.
Yeah, shout out to Marco. I found him on Craigslist. He built a van in Germany. He helped me with the electrical, and I got him to help with like a few projects here and there because at a certain point I was burnt out and I just needed an extra set of hands. But yeah, it was great to learn from him all the different things that I didn't think I could do. Now I feel capable of doing with his help.
And you know what? You did it. It's complete. You've been traveling, since March?
Yeah.
And you're out here living life. It's as you said, it's not perfect. There's things that need adjustment and fixing. And I think you said you might change something, maybe that cabinet into another space. Yes. You don't know what you don't know until you get out there and use it, right?
Yeah.
And you realize certain things that might have been important on paper don't really necessarily comply with day-to-day activity.
Yeah.
Any tips you could give the viewers, someone that looking to build their own bus, that something that you learned along the way that would be valuable to them?
Yeah, let's see. I think definitely just first of all, knowing what it is you want out of it, I think is important. A lot of people glamorize this lifestyle on YouTube, on TikTok. But there are a lot of cons that come with it. So knowing the pros as well as the cons is important so you can decide if it's something that's truly for you. And then if you really want to do it, go for it. That's what I learned along the way, the biggest thing. Like, there were so many tasks that I took on, and while I was doing them, I thought it was impossible and I wouldn't be able to finish. And I made it happen. I'm resilient, and I think everyone can find that resilience in themselves.
Well, I see that in this build. You did an excellent job. I'll put those links in the description so our viewers could click over and check you out. Appreciate the tour. This is Patrick on New Jersey's Outdoor Adventures YouTube channel. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you, Patrick. Bye.